She said, I want to trade one square. I said, I got trades like that. Hi, I'm Mark from the Clamshell in Prescott, Arizona, and we're introducing a new gemstone here at the Denver Gem and Mineral Show. It's K2 from Pakistan, the base of the K2 mountain in Pakistan. It's azurite orbs in an albite matrix.
Harassing.
Lexi's helping customers.
They're harassing.
Oh, beautiful. Druzy, shiny stuff, Pietersite. Can we help you? Well, these are some of the best stones in the show, and they're packed all the time for people.
We're here, we are selling quality beads to the public in Denver, Colorado at the Mineral and Fossil Show.
Very cool. So, can you tell us a little bit about maybe some of the beads that are back here on the back shelf?
Oh my gosh, you do this so good.
What are some of your favorites? Eddie, what are your very favorite beads out of all of these here?
Turquoise.
Really, and why?
You can find turquoise in tombs of the Egyptians. You can find turquoise all the way back many hundreds of years ago in Indian burial grounds. They lived it. It was a commodity that they valued. They traded it. They gave it away as a prestigious gift to members of their family, friends, relatives. Turquoise. I love turquoise.
What do we have down here?
This is Chinese turquoise, and you can see typically the browns is more iron deposits, whereas the green is more copper deposits in it. It's got all, here's blue. All of that material was mined in China, and there's several different places that they mine it from, several little digs all over the place. The government of China is getting more involved with the digging of the turquoise, so Chinese turquoise is getting more and more expensive and a little harder to get because there's regulations on it.
Gotcha. All right, well, thank you.
Okay.
I'm Ray Schultz with Lasco Diamond Products.
Okay, and what are you guys selling here at the show? What's your specialty?
Well, we make diamond abrasive burrs. This is our 50th year. We make them for multiple industries, and they work wonderful for stone, glass, beadwork, etc.
That sounds great. So what kinds of things do we have over here? What kinds of products?
Well, we have diamond burrs in a variety of different shapes and grits. We go from as coarse as a 40 grit to as fine as a 600 grit. And we go in and we'd actually drill a hole into the stone. And then you go back with a coarse version of a chamfering bit.
Okay.
And we start grinding it a little at a time and fitting the stone until it just sits a little high. Then we go back in with the fine one, and we finish it, and it cleans up the edges, so you don't have a real rough edge. And then you set your stone with a little clear epoxy, so you can get a stone set inside a stone.
My stuff's on the other side, so I can help you out.
These are the mammoth bone beads. Very pretty.
Okay, they are.
Wow.
Oh. Uh-oh, let's see. Yeah. Lexi, what have you found?
These are my mammoth bone beads. They're very rare. They're very unusual.
They are.
I picked mine up in Europe a number of years ago, in England, and now they have some very limited supply at the Gem and Mineral Show.
Simon Kane, my business is called Fossils. I come from England and I come to Denver once a year, and I'm holding a carving out of mastodon bone, and these carvings were traditionally copies of traditional carvings that they put on the front of the houses to scare demons away. The mastodon bone is just
Isn't that
under 2
awesome?
million years.
That's so fabulous, Simon.
Yeah, it's good fun as well.
I like those. I'll buy this one.
Okay.
I'll buy this one. And then they're going to buy some.
Okay.
Yeah, those are awesome. You're buying that one?
Oh, how much are they?
Yeah, $12.
Oh, I want one too.
I know. That's
We're having fun here. Okay, now Simon, a big question since you're from England.
Yes.
Do you haul all these rocks over for the show?
We fill a container.
One by one.
Oh my goodness.
No, that is to say there's about half a dozen of us, and we might be deadly rivals, but we all cooperate when it comes to saving money.
When you walk in here, it's like being in a cathedral. All of the ammonites, and you know how much I love ammonites. One of these now graces the mantle over my fireplace. Aren't they magnificent?
I didn't know it was like that, Burger King.
Welcome to Burger King at the Denver Gem and Mineral Show. And this is Falk Burger. And this is Greg King.
Okay. And Greg is actually on the washing machine because Burger King is here in the laundry room at the show, near the refreshments.
My stones?
Tell us something about your stones, please.
Well, they're individual. Each one is its own little masterpiece. I'm told I can sign them.
You should sign.
Who Walker says I should sign my stones because they're. I work really hard at getting each stone to be as good as it possibly can be.
So you are cutting the stones. You are the cutter.
No Chinese cutting here.
Wow. Can you show us some of the ones that you think are the most beautiful?
That's hard to do here.
Or what is your favorite stone that you have here today?
Well, being as a person, I'm a person that likes to laugh, I would have to say that this goofy guy is one of my big-time favorites. His name's Jabbo.
Jabbo. And what is Jabbo made out of? What kind of stone is that?
That's an agate. So most people think he looks like an owl, but he's actually, you see, he's just like a cartoon. His eyes are facing forward, his mouth is facing sideways. In cartoon reality, which is different from ordinary reality.
All right. Can you tell me about the ones that are right next to it? I see some of these.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that are, they're just striking, and that's pretty much what I go for, is
That's beautiful.
the visual effect. It's got to hit you right between the eyes.
Now, what kind of stone is that?
The golden one, that's a rutile in quartz with hematite. Then also some of the stones I hunt myself. Here's a turquoise from Gleeson, Arizona that I found on the dumps. You can imagine the kind of stones they were finding if they were throwing this stuff out on the dumps.
Oh my gosh. Now, is that copper?
No, turquoise is actually like an iron phosphate, but it has some copper in it that colors it, but not very much copper. It's not a copper ore or a source of copper by any means.
Okay, well, you're looking at all natural turquoise, U.S. turquoise from various mines, mainly Nevada, some Arizona. Most of these mines are not working, they're not mining it anymore. So it's all actually very rare, and it's going to keep getting rare. Some of my favorites are Blue Gem from Nevada, which is this. And this tray is Blue Diamond. It's also from Nevada. But as you can see, there's probably 10 or 12 different mines here. And I cut all the turquoise myself, my son and I, as we do all these stones. And I don't know, what else would you like to know?
About how long have you been doing this, or how long have you been cutting?
36 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and my son's been doing it with me for about half of that. So I don't know. So yeah, we do all our own cutting, all cut in the United States. And, I'm going to continue on to the end.
All right. Now, what affects the value? You said the rarity of the turquoise.
The rarity, the mine type, the way it looks, the color, brightness of the colors, whether it's spiderweb or not. Lots of different things. Hardness is a factor. Mainly those things. And the mine, where it comes from, is huge. Some turquoises, like Bisbee Turquoise now, can sell for up to $200 or $300 a carat. So that's expensive turquoise.
Now, I got a Royston from you the other day. Can you tell us a little bit more about Royston?
The Royston is still being done by a family that lives up in Nevada, and it is one of the classic turquoises. It can vary in color, blues, greens, blue-green combinations. It's hard turquoise. Very popular turquoise right now.
And for somebody who's not as familiar with turquoise, can you tell us what is the matrix? What is that?
The matrix is the rock. Usually it's brown or golden color that's mixed with the blues and the greens. That would be the matrix. And it can be iron, it can be pyrite, it can be manganese, it can be a lot of different things.
All right.
Burger King in the washateria. We could put rocks in here.
Today is
We could tumble our rocks.
the busiest day for washers all week.
When we caught up with Gary Wilson, we asked him about Chinese writing stone, one of Lexi's favorites.
It was dug in California probably in the 60s or early 70s in a road cut. And so a lot of it was taken out, but it pretty much evaporated quickly. So it's a material that's very difficult to find in the rough anymore. I was very fortunate last year in Tucson to buy a piece that weighed about 60 pounds. So I'll be able to continue having it for a while. But it's like so many materials, they come and they go. And if you don't have the rough, you can't have the finished product. Lexi has been using it both in matte and the polished pieces in her work for quite a long time.
One of the things I like best about Gary Wilson's Chinese writing stone is the whiteness. Okay, it's feldspar and basalt, correct?
Yeah,
And the whiteness of the feldspar and the blackness of the basalt. You'll find a lot that is kind of shades of gray, but on this particular stones that Gary has, he has what I consider the best in the industry. And he's got a fabulous eye for cutting. That's why I use his stones so much.
I examine every piece before I cut it, very carefully, of course, and try and design the pattern that best suits the material.
What's the difference in this, Gary, and the chrysanthemum stone?
Well, the chrysanthemum stone is softer, and I believe it's in a shale, more like a shale or a slate versus a hard basalt. Yeah, and of course chrysanthemum stone is Chinese, and a lot of that I have found, I've cut some, and they actually ink the white. So when you go to cut it, it is just a very dull gray.
Oh, that's good to know.
But yeah, they mess with it quite a bit. So you have to be careful if you're buying chrysanthemums.
Tell us, where do you show throughout the year?
I do about 10 shows a year. My big one, of course, is Tucson in February. I'm at the GJX show, which is wholesale only. Then I do 2 shows in Denver, one in Santa Fe, one in Oakland, California, and one in Philadelphia, and then a couple small ones in Michigan. Did I mention Milwaukee, the Bead and Button show? That's my second big show, Bead and Button in Milwaukee in June.
And you can find his schedule on his website?
Yep. www.garywilsonstones.com.
All right.
Thank you so much.